Greetings, Felices Fiestas, RAFV. This is Miguel Fernandez, your president for the 2021-2022 year. Most of you haven't seen me since the installation. You're probably thankful for that at this point. One of those things you said you were thankful for at Thanksgiving was not having to see your president's face. But I'm back. New facial hair. But on to the serious stuff. Early November 10th through the 16th, your exec committee was out in San Diego for the conference and expo of the National Association of Realtors. It's our opportunity to get outside of Illinois. We try to do a good job of networking within Illinois with associations our size or larger that are right in the area, but it's our chance to get out and get see what's going on nationally. For all the various things we're working on. And on the plus side, we're doing very well. We did come back with a few ideas for our voice, our diversity, equity, and inclusiveness committee, our RPAC committee. So those will roll out. I know that RPAC has already, in their November meeting, recommended to the board that we hop on sort of extending out the recognition for RPAC contributions. So investors at the major investor level already get little pins for our lapels, and something interesting will happen for those who are committing at lower levels, and we appreciate all the contributions. So that happened. Also, the board of directors, the NAR board of directors, did some pretty important things. They passed 6 policy clarifications to MLS. General Counsel for the Illinois Realtors, Betsy Urbance, does a very good job of explaining those things in a podcast that dropped earlier this week from IR. So check that out if you're curious. As far as things that I was directly involved with, NAR has a governance structure similar to RAFV. They have a board of directors and an exec committee, and they made some changes to how that works. They also have something called a delegate body that kind of passes any constitutional amendments. So I got to participate in that because every president of a local association has a vote in that process. As far as what passed, significant changes. They grew the size of the board of directors to add 2 directors from every state, as well as Puerto Rico and the territory. So there's 108 new directors at the National Association of Realtors level. 1 designated for small associations and 1 for medium associations, which means that REAFV might have a better shot of some representation at the national level, as long as I impress state folks sufficiently, or as long as we work our way up. That then contributed on the exec committee, is getting some additional powers so that they can work between meetings. Right now, NAR kind of has 2 big meetings at the end of the year in November, and legislative meetings in May or April. So they're going to meet quarterly is the plan for the board or for exec. So exec gets more powers, more board of directors. They did try to do away with delegate body and propose town hall meetings with all the local association presidents for the board before every meeting. That didn't pass the delegate body, but there was strong support for the town hall idea. So hopefully NAR will implement that anyway. But that's kind of all the serious stuff from NAR. We were out in San Diego with some great weather. Feel sorry for you guys that were back at home. We've continued our committee meetings throughout November and part of December. Lots of fun programming and stuff going on. Speaking of which, I know you guys saw the real estate experience live for Salvation Army and volunteerism. And we have the 15th, 16th, and 17th of December, which is probably today, and tomorrow and the next day. There are some volunteer opportunities with the Salvation Army to give out the angel tree gifts in Aurora, Elgin, and St. Charles. So if you haven't signed up and you want to, get out and do that. We had our Christmas party in early December. It was a blast. The food was delicious. It was very well attended. The band was great, so there was a lot of fun. It was nice to get back out in person and celebrate after a rough couple of years. We have a lot in store for 2022. We're trying to finish off 2021 strong and lay out a whole lot more for 2022. Our new task force voice, as well as the revamped member engagement committee, has been working hard on coming up with ways to engage our members more. Like I said, RPAC has already come up with stuff. We are always engaged in advocacy to that extent. I want to say Congratulations and thank you for your service to Mike Scobie with Illinois Realtors, who has filled in as our Government Affairs Director and has kind of run the whole program for several years with IR. He is retiring. Gideon Bluestein has been promoted up to his position. So congratulations to Gideon. And also, as part of that email with the podcast from Betsy, there's some new hires in the Government Affairs Department, 2 new Government Affairs Directors. So hopefully after a year of kind of mixing and matching and figuring out how things work with Illinois Realtors, we will have a Government Affairs Director, a GAD, to work with again, like we got so very much used to. If you're interested in politics and government affairs, we are not partisan, but we do promote real estate, and property rights. We are trying to keep better tabs on everything happening at the local municipalities. So reach out to our government affairs chair, Annette Kalovic, if you want to cover one of those areas, if you're already very involved in those areas and have relationships. For the month of December, happy holidays to all of RAFV, Felices Fiestas, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas. To those who already celebrated their end of the year celebrations like Hanukkah and Diwali, we hope you had an excellent, very happy and blessed celebration. And for the rest of us who are celebrating Christmas and or Kwanzaa, happy, merry, festive rest of the year for you. We recognize that 'tis the season to be merry and cheery, even though the weather outside kind of makes us dreary and weary. So we understand that some of you are struggling with the season. If you are, feel free to reach out to your friendly RAFV staff or send me an email or something. I'm always a shoulder to listen to. Happy holidays, and we want to wish you a very prosperous and blessed 2022. We are all here for you. That's all.